Thank you, Clarence Thomas.
This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. But y'all already know what to do. Why I gotta say that every video? Y'all already know. But maybe it's your first time watching. But anyway, you should know what to do. Let's get into this. I want to play a clip real quick, and then I'm gonna get a caller in and if you want to call in to add value to this, I want you to comment on it. Roll the clip of Larry Dirty. I call her Larry Dirtyfoot because she do look like the Grinch. She actually looked like Beetlejuice. But Beetlejuice, Lori Dirtyfoot, made a statement that I thought was one of the most disgusting statements I've ever heard about a black man, if you ask me. Roll the clip.
Clarence Thomas, concurrence, he said, thank you, Clarence Thomas.
Oh, Clarence Thomas!
He thinks that we are going to stand idly by when they take our rights.
You dirty-foot, slew-footed, brain-dead, my city is going to the burning to the ground. Young black men are getting shot in the head every day. It was just a situation in Chicago just recently. A kid got shot in the head from a drive-by shooting, straight bullet. She's sitting in her dad's car, got struck in a dome, took a dome shot. And you on here screaming, F. Clarence Thomas, for women who want to create genocide against their children. Lord, help me, because I want to blow up. Let me get some callers in. Craig from Tampa, Florida, my man. Welcome to the Officer Tatum Show.
Man, Officer Tatum, it's so much truth on this show, it caused my blood pressure to go high, and I don't even have high blood pressure, man. Man, I just got to add value. I've never seen a Republican, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen any Republican representative or conservative on a stage dropping the F-bomb. These people are so unprofessional and unhinged, it drives me insane. And even though we have a constitutional republic, these are the same people running around here talking about that conservatives and Republicans are a threat to democracy, when they're the ones that are unhinged. The Pentagon putting out messages. They don't want to respect the highest court in the land decision of overruling Roe versus Wade. And I want to add one more thing to this, Brandon, because I know you don't got much time. If you notice, all the rulings seem to always turn out to be 6-3. 6-3. It turned out 6-3 with the Second Amendment rights out of New York. It turned out 6-3 with the Roe versus Wade, and it just turned out 6-3 with the coach that was kneeling at the 50-yard line with prayer. It just goes to show you those other three judges are not there to push the law or the Constitution. They are there to uphold the ideology. These people are unhinged, and they are a threat to the constitutional republic. And that's just what I got to say. You can't make this stuff up, man.
Craig, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I got to get Craig on here for an interview, man. We need to have a whole hour together. I could not agree with him more. These people are crazy, man. This is, I find it very interesting. I don't care what side of the spectrum you sit on. Isn't it interesting that when Republicans do something, it's like every Democrat disagrees? Or when a Democrat do something, every Republican disagrees. And every Democrat vote for a certain bill. These people, either they are not willing to work together because they're immature, or the Democrats are so loony that Republicans can't meet them in the middle. One of the two has to be the case. Republicans aren't listen, I used to be a Democrat, mind you, unfortunately. But then I realized that the Democrats are not pushing anything that makes sense to help the American people. Why in the flying flip is our border wide open right now? 200,000 people came in last month. That's the most in United States history. We won't have a country without a border. You can't just go in the Canadian border, can you? You can't really just go into Mexico. But you can come in the United States of America. They don't care about you. They want power. They don't care about women's reproductive rights. They ain't said nothing about any of these injuries that occur from abortions. They ain't talking about none of these women that want to commit suicide after they didn't have an abortion. They don't care nothing about you. Let me get a couple callers in. Brady from Las Vegas, welcome to the Officer Tatum Show.
Officer Tatum. Hello, Officer Tatum. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Welcome to the show.
Hey, all we hear about is these reproductive rights for women, and basically, if you substitute the word murder, I don't know what reproductive rights has anything to do with abortion. How does abortion have anything to do with reproductive rights? And my second point is, how come in almost 2 weeks now we've been talking about this abortion issue? I haven't heard one station mention the father's rights. They don't ever talk about the guy that got the girl pregnant. Don't you think he should have a say in abortion?
1,000%. Brady, thanks so much for calling in. That's my whole premise. What about the father? Do we not? The fathers not matter? Now, let me tell you this. They can show you all the statistics of fatherless homes. Their kids are more likely to go to prison, more likely to drop out of school, more likely to commit suicide, more likely to be involved in violence. Fathers matter, but then they don't want to act like fathers matter when it comes to abortions, because they want the man to get out of the way so they can manipulate the woman into killing the offspring. Do you guys understand? And I know y'all do because y'all smart. I'm talking about somebody that just jumped over here from somebody else's channel. Do you understand that abortion and Planned Parenthood was created to abort the undesirable, aka black children? The founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, was a eugenicist and a racist. These people openly hunted down. When I say hunted down, they strive to obtain black women and convince them to abort their children. Why would you abort your children at massive rates? So you will never be a part or have a significant role in the population at hand. If black people continue to murder their children, now I think they've expanded it all the way past black people, but at the time, if black people continue to murder their children, they will never see increases in population like we see Hispanics. Hispanic people are having multiple children. They're having more children than any other race. And if black people were doing the same thing, which we used to, 14 kids, 20 kids, my family come from multiple children. And if they were keeping it up, black people would be 40% of the population, 50% of the population, 60% of the population. And then black people will have voting authority, and they wouldn't have to rely on convincing somebody else. Now, we live in a post-racial society, in my personal opinion, but they didn't want black people to be that way. Now black people are doing it on their own. Now the white man don't have to, Margaret Sanger don't have to tell you to abort your kids. You running up in the clinic. Tyrone you don't even know where he at, but you in the clinic. Oh, Lord, help me. Y'all listen to the Tatum Show. Hold the phone. Catch me after the break.